I'm Andrew, and today I'm going to talk about the eyelash crested gecko. They're super cool pets. Tell you a little bit about the care, some of my history with them, and some fun facts. So they're called eyelash crested geckos. They usually have long eyelashes and crests down the side. I got her in 2009, so she's kind of getting to be a little bit of an old lady gecko, so her eyelashes aren't as fluffed up as they once were. But you can actually see they have a prehensile tail. She kind of grabs on there, just like a monkey's tail, which is pretty neat. They don't have eyelids, so they actually have to lick their eyeballs, which is pretty cool too. As far as care and stuff, one thing that I really like about crested geckos is they don't necessarily need a huge area. You know, like sometimes people will get like a 4 foot by 2 foot enclosure for, you know, their ball pythons and bearded dragons and different things like that. You know, these guys don't need as big of an enclosure. Definitely watch a lot of videos. Hopefully this is like care guide number 5 that you're watching here in 2025. But yeah, with crested geckos, they're just super cool. I feed mine crickets and roaches and mealworms like once a week, and then 3 or 4 times a week then I give them this crested gecko powder that you actually mix with water. So because of that, you know, they don't necessarily eat every day, they don't necessarily need a really big enclosure. Also, as far as the lighting, a lot of people like to put UVB bulbs on them, which is awesome. They actually can overheat, so you don't want to overdo it with the wattage. Definitely drill into the specifics with your enclosure and the size of bulb that you need and everything. But as far as care, in general, they're really good starter pets. They're fairly handleable, like you can see Chocolate is here. Sometimes when you first pick them up, they'll actually be a little bit more skittish, and then you just stair step them. So let them walk on one finger and then the other, kind of make a little treadmill for them. And then after a couple times, then they kind of get a little tuckered out, even with the smaller ones. They actually can lose their tail here. So I do have another one I was gonna show you. And so this one, I also got in 2009. It's a female. I've gotten over 100 babies from her over the years. This is Beauty. She did lose her tail. And so, you know, it was touched and then it fell off, and it doesn't actually grow back because it's prehensile. It's a little bit more complex of a limb to just grow back. So she's got a cute little frog butt, but she's still beautiful in my eyes. A lot of times they'll have eggs. They can lay them 2 at a time. So like 1 on each side of her there. They can lay those, I think, about 2 a month for up to 10 months of the year. So potentially 20 babies a year. It is good to kind of separate them from the males, give them extra calcium, you know, kind of give them a break and stuff like that. Make sure their bones are pretty good. This crested gecko was born less than 12 hours ago is when it hatched. The eggs usually incubate for about 2 months for me, really just room temperature or kind of a nice warmer room. I don't have a big fancy incubator or anything. Pretty fun pet. Yeah, definitely recommend them.